If you want to make a new guard build in 2K20, you clicked on the right video. As you can see, I have easily the 3 best point guard builds in the game, all 99 overall. The offensive threat, the two-way slashing playmaker, and the playmaking shot creator. In this video, I'll show you guys all 3 of their ratings at 99.9, the exact badges you should use, and exactly how to make them. If you use any of these 3 builds or make them from this video, please leave a like. That's all I ask, and let's get right into it.
Yeah, I can't get you out of my mind, no. Said I think about you all of the time, yeah. Been imagining you all in my bed, whoa. Hey, cause you been running round in my head, yeah. Hey, I can't get you out of my mind, no. Said I think about you all of the time.
Alright YouTube, it's Quil, and I'm coming back at you with a new video, and I don't want to waste any time. All I ask to show the 3 best point guard builds in the game is please drop a like. Let's try and hit 1,500 likes, and I will leave in the description and in my pinned comment the timestamp of each build. So first is this offensive threat, second is the two-way slashing playmaker, and third is the playmaking shot creator. I'll show you guys exactly how to make all 3 builds the best height and explain why, the best badge layout, everything. Let's get right into it. So the first player, and what I think is the best offensive build in the entire game, is the 6'3" offensive threat. This is his stats at 99.9, okay? A 6'3" offensive threat at 99.9. This is what his stats should look like. Real quick, these are the badges that I go with. Finishing badges right there, 5 core shooting badges, playmaking badges, and then defense and rebound badges. So how you make the offensive threat, the only thing that matters right here is a point guard. Handed, I always go left, you can go right or left. Now his exact attributes are as follows. You want to do exactly how I make this build. So you start off with the shooting and the finishing pie chart to get Hall of Fame finishing and Hall of Fame shooting badges. Obviously the speed pie chart as well, so you know you can be as fast as possible on this build. Now, like I said, you want to copy these attributes exactly how I do them, right? You want to have 89 close shot, 87 driving layup, and an 82 driving dunk to bring you to 15 shooting badges. You want to max out all of your shooting except for your post fade, because like I said, 20 shooting badges is the perfect amount. So you put that down to 86. Playmaking, you max these 2, and you put your post moves to a 52, so you get 15 playmaking badges, and then you put the rest of your attributes on your defense, which ends up giving you 6 defensive badges. 15, 20, 15, and 6. Like I said, this is the best offensive build in the game. 2s, 3s, pro-am, the best offensive build in the game. So copy these attributes. This doesn't matter. I go built for all my players, and then you can go either 6'3" or 6'4", right? 6'4", he won't be the best he could possibly be until he's a 99.9. So I recommend 6'3". That's what I would do. You want to put him in at the lowest weight, and then wingspan, you're just so short already that you're just an offensive build at this point. You want to put your wingspan all the way down. And then right here you can go either playmaking or slashing takeover. These are the 2 that I would go. I went slashing takeover on mine, but I would honestly recommend to go playmaking. I feel like playmaking takeover is better on this build, and it's just a better takeover than slasher. So I personally would go playmaking takeover, and that is how you make the offensive threat what I feel like is the best point guard build in the entire game. Or not the best point guard build, the best offensive point guard build in the game. And next is the two-way slashing playmaker, my newest build, and what I feel like is the new, you know, kind of meta build that everybody's making, everybody's using. I honestly think this is the best all-around guard build in the game. Like I said, the offensive threat is the best offensive build, and this is the best all-around guard build. So these are his stats at 99.9. You see, I did go the vertical pie chart, but I still have 99 speed. You have to keep that in mind when I show you how to make them. But a 92 driving dunk, so his driving dunk is higher than my offensive threats. He gets crazy animations. 72 three-pointer, 90 ball control, 4 defensive stats over a 90 with 99 speed. This player is an absolute monster. Like I said, probably the best guard build right now without the behind the back. Then real quick, this is how I do the badges. Just like my offensive threat, I use those 4 shooting badges. I run bronze hot star with the core 3 playmaking badges, gold ankle breaker, those 4 Hall of Fame with bronze unpluckable, that's all you need. And then these are the 5 Hall of Fame defensive badges I run with how fast this player is, and the wingspan you have. Hall of Fame interceptor is crazy. So now exactly how to make the build. Once again, you have to be a point guard. I like my guy left-handed. That's all personal preference though. And now you want to go all the way to the bottom, and it's the second to last one. Hall of Fame defensive and the Hall of Fame playmaking badges, obviously. And then right here, you want to go the vertical pie chart. Yeah, you want to go the vertical pie chart right here. So you have max vertical and max speed. You guys saw in the intro how I have 99 speed still. And then copy these attributes exactly so you have the best badge layout once again. So you want to have all that max so you get 10 finishing. And then one thing is 10 shooting badges. That's all you need to be able to shoot. So you want to put this down to a 70 to get you 10 shooting badges. You get 20 playmaking badges, which is more than enough. And then you want to max all these. And then you want to put your defensive rebounding up. And then you want to put just that last one. You get 1 badge point. You can put it on anything. I'm going to put it on offensive rebound. You can really put it on anything you want. But as you guys see, the most balanced badge layout there you can honestly possibly have. 10, 10, 20, 20. The best build in the game currently right now, I feel like, as a point guard. You can play on-ball lock in 3s and pro-am. You can bring the ball up as a regular point guard. This build does absolutely everything. So copy those attributes. Once again, I make all my players built. And then unlike the offensive threat, this player actually has height to him. I like mine 6'5". I feel like is the perfect height. I know some people that make him 6'6". Some people that make him a shooting guard 6'7". Personally, I like him 6'5". People don't make, you know, bad stuff in the paint. It's the perfect build, and then you just want to go minimum weight for every point guard build, I feel like. Now wingspan, I went right here. I went just the default wingspan to give me a 72 3-pointer at 99.9 because I feel like that is the perfect rating, a 72 3-pointer to be able to shoot consistently. So right here, once again, you have the choice of 4 pretty good takeovers, but I would go playmaking takeover once again. I just feel like it's the best takeover for every guard build right now in the game, except for the next one I'm going to show you. And as you guys can see, you have built a 2-way slashing playmaker. That is the best all-around point guard build in the game. If you want to make that, go ahead, copy those ratings, and let's get on to the third and the last guard build, the Playmaking Shot Creator. Right, the first build that I made this year. This build is best, you know, if you want to shoot 3s, mainly if you're playing 3s and you're playing with the inside center. You know, just if you want to get a lot of 3s up, this is the best build in the game for that. These are his ratings at 99.9. Now the build that I'm going to show you guys is a little bit different. The only thing that's different is the height and maybe 1 or 2 attribute layouts, because like I said, I did make this build on day 1 of 2K20, so not all the badges and not, you know, all my attributes are perfect. That's why I'm going to show you guys how I would make him right now. Like I said, if you play 3s, I feel like this is the type of build you should use, you know, the Hall of Fame playmaking and the Hall of Fame shooting badges. So, you know, you can dribble, you can shoot 3s. That's just what this build is for, right? The offensive threat is good, but when you're playing 3s and when you know, you are playing with an inside center, I feel like this build is just better. Now, this is how I do my badges. You get 1 finishing badge, so just put that on fancy. Right now, the 5 Hall of Fame shooting badges with silver hot start. That's going to change my shooting badges. Just like my playmaking badges are going to change, but this is how I run it with 23. And then my defense and rebounding badges, you only get 4 right now on this build. But like I said, when I show you guys the different way I make it, it will change the amount of badges you have. Now let me show you guys how to make this build right now, how I would make this build. Now once again, I'll show you guys exactly how to make it. So a point guard, once again left-handed. Now copy my attributes exactly, right? So you want to go the Hall of Fame playmaking and the Hall of Fame shooting badge pie charts, so the green and the orange. Like I said, this build is best on 3s. You want to go the pie chart to get you the fastest. And now this build that I'm showing you guys right now, like I said, I changed up the attributes a little bit so I get different badges. You always have one finishing badge with this build because of, this isn't a build to go to the paint. So usually I would, like I said, you guys saw I had 22 shooting badges. I think I maxed this out, but you only need 20 shooting badges. You only need those 5 Hall of Fame. So I'm gonna have my shooting badges only on 20. Like I said in my last build, there was 23 playmaking badges, but instead of 23, we're gonna do 22 on this one, and then we're going to give him a lot more defense than what I just showed you. You guys saw my last build only had 5 defensive badge points. This one, with how I made it, now has 9 defensive badge points. So you lose out on what? 2 shooting badges and 1 playmaking badge, but you gain. So that's why I didn't include those. These are the 3 best guard builds in the game, right? So once again, you go build, but the difference between this build right here and my last one, my last build was 6'5", which is good. If you want a tall build, you can make him 6'5". I wouldn't go taller because then he gets a little slow, but 6'5" is fine. But if you're looking for strictly offense, you guys see you still have 9 defensive badges, I would go 6'2". Now I know what you're thinking. 6'2", you have no defense, but I'm saying if you want strictly offense on this build, which is what just a lot of people care about, 6'2". The reason, because this is where you get 99 speed. And then unlike the other 2 builds, I wouldn't go playmaker takeover. I would go sharpshooter takeover. I know it says spot up shooter, but it's really not. It just makes you shoot way better. I would go sharp takeover, and as you can see, you have created a playmaking shot creator. The 3 best guard builds in the game. So these are the 3 best builds. Like I said in the beginning, if you did use any of these builds, please, all I'm asking is to leave a like on this video, sub if you're new, and